If you could change 3 things, the way we do things, what would you do?
That's a very broad question. um, 3 things that I would like to see with coaches in general. I think I'll approach it that way. Would one would be teaching offense instead of defense, because
Yeah.
I think defense is very simple and almost boring to kind of teach. It's very habit based. You kind of know the right things to do. Offense is a lot more creativity and a lot harder. And if we had people thinking about how do we coach and teach offense, there's going to be a lot more thought and thoughtfulness that goes in. So, like for example, we're talking about that 3-on-2 there. Like, do you really want the puck carrier going wide? When do you want them going wide? What is a defensive team, if you're thinking from that perspective, what do they want the puck to do? Do they want it in the middle? Do they want it wide? Like, how are we attacking? So one would just be focusing on teaching and adding to offensive repertoires. And it could even be that fourth defenseman getting even on exit and pushing up into the offense on the rush. So that would be number one. Number two would be being very specific with feedback. Nothing drives me crazier when I get a new assistant coach and they're very broad. Like, we need to be harder on pucks. It'd be a very big pet peeve of mine. What does that actually mean? Like, I want very specific, like we're actually giving clarity to the players, not the exact opposite. And then the third one is just making sure that we're having active practices where we're getting a lot of people involved, making sure there's decision making involved. Like, I was waiting for my own adult league game once, and I saw a coach that did not have a goalie present. He had half ice, and he was running the like warm up drill he'd have with 2 forwards in each corner. The defenseman kind of by the side of the net, pass to the player, and they would swing out, do a 2-on-1, and come on back. And I wanted to immediately say something, but that would be a big pet peeve of mine, of just making sure we've got a lot of activity, a lot of decision making. From the movie Dodgeball, want to make sure we get a mental sweat in as well. So those would be my 3 things.
Well, anything else